The Answer.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Weekends here on AM 1170. The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty Group. Joined as always by Mr. Jason Hall with Team Home Loans. And our star today, the newly crowned CEO of the Santee Chamber of Commerce, Miss Kristen Dare. Before the break, we were talking about what a Chamber of Commerce is, what they do. What I want to talk about, Kristen, in this segment is talk about the Santee Young Professionals, because that's something that's still relatively new to the Chamber as a whole. So talk about that group.
Yeah, it's kind of one of my favorites, to be really honest with you. I love it. It's a group that my really good friend Kyle Whissel is a part of. You may have heard of him. He's a really nice guy. We've got a core group of us that I would call a committee, for lack of a better word, right? We're a committee, and we put together these events that really just try to bring together people that are either young or young at heart and lift them together in a business way that I haven't really seen successfully done in our region, I would say, until our group really got together. So we're putting together events where, you know, we're learning really cool things. We've got really great takeaways. We're emerging as leaders right now and really developing ourselves in our professions and trying to go those next level steps. And the things that we're hosting, I think are helping people get there. So, for example, we're getting together tomorrow because of you and a connection that you have with a speaker from the Tony Robbins group. So it's a pretty big, well-known name. Everyone's heard of Tony Robbins these days. They follow along with him. They're looking at him. He's this big guru. And I think that a lot of what they're doing right now, it's just gold. It's, you know, you touch it and you instantly feel motivated. You feel empowered, and that's really what we want to do. We want to motivate and empower young professionals like ourselves to grow their businesses the best way they can right now.
So it's great training and mentoring you guys are getting from one another, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, so we're doing a mix of things. So we'll do 1 month, we'll do a lunch and learn. And so if you're watching on Facebook Live right now, it's tomorrow. If you want some details, shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. We'll get you the details on that event and all the upcoming events. So every other month, we do a lunch and learn. And so, again, for January, we have a speaker from Tony Robbins Group coming in. And just, you know, January is the perfect time to get a little motivation, get your mindset right, and get dialed in for, you know, the new year. And then on the alternating months, we call it SYP with SYP, the acronym for Santee Young Professionals, happens to be SYP, and SIP is what you happen to do with the beer. So you just combine those two together, and we got SIP with SIP. And so those are more of your, you know, off hours. You know, I think we usually do 5:30, something like that.
5:30.
Kind of like a happy hour type thing, but get together and just foster some networking amongst the other young professionals in the community, and try to do it at one of the, you know, Santee, we're very blessed to have a lot of good craft beer in town, and we have some good restaurants in town as well. And so we're just doing events at some of those local places. So we help bring some attention to the businesses and maybe get them some new customers from people who haven't been there before, and then bring together the young professionals in the community to get to know each other and hopefully do some business between each other.
So it's young at heart. So I know I've been to one event where I was like a young guy. There were some older guys around me, but for the most part, I would say it's probably under 40, but you have a lot of people over 40 as well. There's not really a clear
there's
age.
There's no age cutoff or anything on it, right?
But, yeah.
If you feel comfortable there, then you're welcome to stay. If it's not your jam, then we totally understand. But I think a lot of people are coming in, and I see all ages really. You know, we're really seeing 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond. And again, I think if you're comfortable being there and you're finding some real business connections, then you belong. The doors are open and everyone's welcome.
Nice.
But yeah, it's kind of like that 3-prong approach, you know, it's development, outreach, networking, you know, so every now and then we're finding these opportunities to help out. You know, back in December, we all hosted an event that was benefiting the Santee Santas, which was a local charity. So we'll look for a couple of those opportunities as they roll in throughout the year. But mostly, you know, we're looking at those lunch and learns, and I look forward to the Sip with Sips.
Where's the next one? Where's February at?
Well, we're not going in true fashion where we're alternating, because February is going to be at Carlton Oaks, which is, as you know, one of our favorite places to enjoy those beautiful beverages you were just discussing. But it's going to be another lunchtime event where we're going to do kind of speed networking versus speed dating because it happens to fall on Valentine's Day.
Aw.
Super sweet. I know. I need
Good
to
thing
get
you're
like
doing a lunch
heart-shaped
and not
business
dinner.
cards.
Well, I mean, the
Wait.
lunch could lead to a dinner, you know.
If you're
Wow.
single.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you might meet somebody during your networking that might be someone you want to continue networking with over dinner. I
Well,
mean,
I'm
that
just
could
saying,
happen.
for us married guys, good thing it's a lunch. Because I'm sure if you're like, wife,
Yeah.
I'm going to a networking date or not date, networking event on the evening.
Yeah. Good luck
Valentine's
selling
Day.
that to wifey.
Yeah. It's hard enough selling Super Bowl.
Well, what better than a nice date out at Carlton Oaks Country Club, right? I mean,
No, but it's a lunch
can't
event,
beat
so that sounds great.
Yeah. But depending on how well it goes during lunch, we might have to invite our spouses there for dinner because we'll still be there.
I believe that happened at a previous event there. I believe some
cannot
people
confirm or
showed
deny.
up at lunch and left along with the staff at the end of the night. So, you know, it was a good networking event. There's a lot of networking happening.
You know what? And Carlton Oaks has been there since like the 50s or something. I remember reading, I was looking through their facility when we were there last time, Kyle, at one of your events, and it truly is amazing. It was,
What was it like watching it get built?
yeah, it was actually nice from up on the hill before they built any houses. It was the first thing there. It literally was the first thing there in Santee.
But,
Ah.
but it's
Besides
still
the
kind of a
Padre
hidden
Dam. I guess
gem.
the Padre Dam beat them.
Yeah, it's still one of those things that's tucked away, and I feel like I meet people all the time from Santee who don't know we have a golf course, or who just don't understand it's open to the public. You can go there. You know, I've hosted bridal showers and brunches and different things there.
I went to a wedding there.
Yeah, they do weddings.
reception,
They do holiday parties, company parties, all sorts of things. But mostly I go and frequent their lovely bar.
Yeah, and the guy, what's the guy's name who runs it now, who manages it?
Well, his title is director of like quality assurance or some
Quality
ridiculous name, but his name
control.
is Mike Aiken, and he freaking runs the show, and
Yeah,
they're
he
very
does a good
lucky to
job.
have him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does an awesome job, and he's been a very good asset for them because he's, you know, gotten them very involved in the community with chamber stuff, with young professional stuff, with our East County Eats show. I mean, he's very involved. He, you know, literally put on an entire golf tournament there. So he's a good guy.
Gotta get him here on the show.
We should have Mike
You
come
should.
in. Yeah, we'll
He's
bring
great.
Mike in.
Yeah, he's wonderful. He's an interesting guy too because he's retired SDPD. So I've seen him do some
Just like the
presentations.
mayor of Santee.
Yes, they're actually buddies.
Oh,
Weird how
might
that
be
works.
working his way into
No,
politics.
you know what? He'd be perfect politician, would he not?
Yeah,
You know, I mean, he does so much for the
Yeah.
community. That's what you want in politics. Somebody that's going to give.
yeah.
And that's what he does there for Carlton Oaks.
Well, the other thing at Carlton Oaks is they have some pretty awesome food. I think
Yeah, I
people
love
don't
it.
traditionally think of like a golf course as a destination to go get food, but we go there almost every Sunday or every Saturday, sometimes both. And it's great. You have a nice patio outside, and you can sit out there and watch the sun come up over the mountains, and there's the lakes and the course, and the food is good. And if you got some little ones, they can run wild outside. I mean, it's a good deal out there.
Yeah, they actually do a lot of stuff during the week that I forget about. Honestly, they do, you know, trivia nights on Tuesdays. They've got prime rib for I think under $20 on Wednesday nights. It's so good. You can't beat it.
You know what? We got to get him to be an advertiser. We just gave him all that free information.
Right?
That's a great place to go.
Well, you got to go there, Jason.
I know.
We got to go
Go
golf.
check it out.
You know what? I've enjoyed that golf course because it's inexpensive, it's wide open, and some of my best shots I've ever shot were actually on Carlton Oaks.
You know what?
There's only a few great shots, and there was a couple right there.
We'll have to get Jason out in November when the Chamber has their golf tournament there the Friday before Veterans Day.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you out there on the course
Do you
with
have
us.
details on the tournament yet?
Yeah, I just told you.
That's
Friday.
it. That's it. Friday
It's
before
actually-
Veterans Day.
Friday before Veterans
else
Day.
do you need?
It's a lot. Well, actually, there's a lot of stuff in the works on that. But
Did you
yeah,
know
there's-
November is the sunniest month of the year in San Diego?
I love November. I
Everybody
believe
would
that.
think it's like in the
Well, it's
summertime.
clear. I can tell you
It's
living
the
on,
most sunny.
on
Yeah.
Mount Helix, we have the best views in November.
Yeah.
Because it's
Well, you get the
just,
Santa Anas.
right.
Yeah.
And you could see further than any other month of the year. I
Yeah,
agree.
everybody
I
thinks it's
believe
going to
that.
be like July or August, September. No, November is the sunniest month of the year, and June is the cloudiest month of the year. It's interesting. Those are like the June you kind of guess because we talk about June gloom, but
And sunny's different than warmth. See, a lot of people think sunny
they
means
do
warmth.
confuse the two. Yeah, we're not talking about the hottest temperature. We're just talking about the sunniest because, yeah,
Sunniest
you have
and
the Santa
clear.
Anas that blow the clouds
Right.
out.
I think
And
it's
so you
still
end up-
usually warm enough though, even in November, to go enjoy the beach and not be bundled up and Not that we bundle up much in San Diego in general, but I think San Diego is still very beautiful in November at the beach.
One of the things I like in Santee, though, is we actually get a little bit of climate change. In the summer, we get up to 100 degrees. In the winter, we get down to 30 degrees. Like, it's kind of nice to get that without having to deal with the snow.
I like that you like that, because most people don't like the triple digits.
I don't mind it. I
don't
feel
either.
like it's a seasonal thing. Like, you actually realize,
cool.
oh, it's summer. Because in other parts of San Diego, it's 70 to 75 degrees year round. So it's nice that we actually get a little bit of warmth. You know, as long as you got a pool and some air conditioning, it's all good. Or a friend with a pool.
As people on the East Coast are still laughing at you.
They are, right?
I mean, it's a joke to think that we have climate change here, but I do. I enjoy the 3 digits also. So.
I love it. All right. Well, we are going to head to a break. Again, if you want any more info on the Santee Chamber or Santee Young Professionals, reach out to us, 619-663-7355, 619-663-7355. When we get back, we're going to turn it over to the Whissel Way podcast. We're going to talk a little bit. Jason's got some crazy charts here. We're going to dive into what's happening with the real estate and mortgage market. Thanks so much for tuning in to Whissel Weekends. Have a good one.